Hi, I'm David Hasselhoff, and currently I'm filming for the Underwater Channel. But I wanted to take this occasion to mark the official World Ocean Day, which is something that I care passionately about. June 8th is the day we can show our commitment to saving the environment and saving the wildlife under the sea. It is officially marked by the United Nations as World Oceans Day, and it's our personal commitment to helping. I'm helping today by actually bringing awareness to shark finning, which is something that's got to stop. And you're invited. I'm David Hasselhoff here in South Africa at Aliwal Shoals, just a half hour short of Durban. It's not Baywatch today, it's Sharkwatch. And I'm here with one of the world's greatest shark experts in the world, Mark Addison. I really don't know what I'm in for. I'm a little nervous.
I want you to hand feed a tiger shark today.
There's no cages.
There's no cages.
When I was offered this gig, I thought there was a cage, but there's no cage. I have no idea what I'm in for, and neither do you.
Let's get out.
Nice ride out there, huh? Woo! It's a beautiful day. Wow.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get in the water.
Look, it's a waiting game now. Unfortunately, we got the bait in, creating a little bit of an odor corridor, and just hoping for some sharks to show up. Oh, here we go. First shot. Active.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Right away. That less than 30 seconds.
If you slap the water, they'll come to your hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
David, I think let's go and have a look at that small tiger, even if it means we just jump in and snorkel with her for a few minutes, just to see what sort of...
Sure.
She might be quite put off by our size, you know, but let's just have a quick look and see what we can do there.
Okay.
She's up at the bait now.
I see it.
Yeah, I'm going to head around just to see. You never know, she might just turn out to be a player.
I'm ready. Nothing had quite prepared me for this. The closest we got to a shark on Baywatch was a stuntman in a shark costume.
Can I go? Yeah, go when you're ready.
Now it was the real deal. I was putting my faith in Mark Addison, and when he gave me the go, it was a moment I'll never forget. But wait a minute, where's my dive buddy? Though I don't want to say the water was shark infested, there's no other way to describe it. Oh yeah, this is This is unbelievable. It's absolute 20 meters visibility. Look, 20 sharks down there. Incredible. We've got the bait. These black-tip reef sharks are first on the scene, and they are sleek and they are fast. A life-changing experience. Although they normally hunt individually, they won't miss the opportunity to join the feast. Around 2 meters in length, like all sharks, they have amazingly fine-tuned senses. We haven't been chumming the water that long, and there are more and more coming. Everyone is checking each other out, and while I'm watching their every move, I'm sure they're doing the very same thing with me. I must look pretty strange, though. With my fins, I'm pushing 3 meters in length, and let's face it, I'm not exactly as graceful as these guys. I'm having trouble staying down, and I need more weight. But I don't want to go back to the boat and get more lead from my weight belt, at least not yet. If these sharks are going to take me seriously, I've got to stop thrashing around in the water. I'm sure I read somewhere that splashing around on the surface attracts attention of a worrying nature. Luckily, these guys don't seem too interested just yet, and I hope it stays that way. My weight belt continues to frustrate me, but I need my wits about me before the tiger sharks turn up. There's nothing else I can do but go back to the boat. And then, out of the gloom, our first tiger shark. Expert shark handler Mark Addison waits calmly by the bait drum as she makes her first pass. She's 3 meters long, and judging by the markings, she's only a juvenile. But she'll soon assert her authority on the blacktips, and hopefully not on me.
Comes out, so she comes from behind me. She's coming behind me. She'll come around you, she'll come onto the bait, we'll dive.
This is my first ever encounter with a tiger shark, the second most feared shark in the ocean, to the great white. We're in open water. There's no cage, no way out, and no telling how many more may be arriving. Against all expectation, I'm not sure who's more scared, me or the tiger shark.
Sherry, she got a flop. You see, listen, you're a big guy. You see how she got a flop like that? Shit. It's coming up. Wow. She was scared of you. Sorry about that.
No, I went to push her. I went to push her away, but I. Woohoo!
You like that? She
Just came over to say hello. Wow!
Okay, big guy, we're ready to go.
When I imagined this first encounter, I never thought it would be the shark who would be scared. Maybe there is more to them than the awesome killing machine they're labeled as.
That's tiger shark. It's beautiful. Going for the bait. I went down. She came right at me, and I was about to push her away, and I went, whoa! That was the biggest thing I've ever seen that close.
Oh, she's awesome.
Got my attention. Woo!
I think she likes you.
Wow.
Shall we take the opportunity of going on scuba and see if we can get a bit closer?
Yeah, this snorkel is for the birds. I can't get down.
As first encounters go, the last thing I expected was to feel empathy. And while I'm very excited at my first encounter, I'm suddenly reminding myself that this awesome killing machine is still cruising around beneath me. And I'm still planning to try and hand feed it. I've traveled to South Africa to dive for the first time with tiger sharks. So far, shark expert Mark Addison has got me pretty close, but now I need to get closer.
The problem I have is that those black tips have no table manners at all.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They come from behind. They come on the side. But all right, I'm ready, man. Let's get
All right, big guy.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah. Goodbye, Taylor. Goodbye, Haley.
2, 3, and go. Ready? 2, 3, go.
Before I came here, I could never have imagined accepting the challenge of hand-feeding a tiger shark. But would it be my hand they'd be taking and not the bait? Mark Addison has studied them for 12 years and spends about 8 months a year diving with them. I feel safe for the time being. Tiger sharks live up to 50 years and can grow up to 4 meters in length. At around 600 kilos each, they can reach speeds of 20 miles per hour. Although faster, black tips are no match for them in the water. However, each coexists side by side, although the tiger shark is more territorial and dominates when feeding. Since my first encounter with these magnificent creatures, I'm beginning to question my own fears and prejudices. Maybe these aren't the indiscriminate killers in garbage cans of the sea that they're made out to be. My experience so far isn't supporting that view. And these are graceful, inquisitive, and powerful creatures. While I'm excited by them, I don't feel threatened by them. Diving with Mark Addison and experiencing his understanding of their body language, behavior, and mood helps me cope with my fears. But like all wild animals, sharks need to be respected. There's no doubt at all they can attack and kill humans. They are unpredictable. But just think about these facts. Only 4 people actually die every year from shark-related incidents, as opposed to over 700 people who die from kitchen toaster-related injuries. So you do the math. You're far more likely to be killed by your toaster than by a shark. With too many black tips around the bait drum, the tiger sharks finally lose interest.
Yeah, that was about the biggest thing I've ever seen, man. But you know what? Came in, it looked like it was curious, and I was just going, oh my God, how close is this guy gonna get?
Awesome,
I mean,
man.
awesome. Awesome, man.
Well, good?
Yeah, awesome. I mean,
good
beyond
start.
good, beyond good.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time that guy came at me, he came so close. I said, that's a wrap for me, baby. I'm out of here. I mean, that was, oof. I'm still like nervous because of that, but you know what? He was cool.
With an alternative dive site and mine just 10 minutes away, Mark suggests we head to one of his favorite places, the cathedral, where he wants me to try out my hand-feeding skills on the resident ragged-tooth sharks.
David, below us are sharks, literally from the surface down to the bottom. So let's go down, set up on the bottom. It's much calmer down there, and let's see what comes in. We have sand tigers, or ragged-tooth sharks as we call them in South Africa, down the bottom as well, and probably some girls in the water column tigers, obviously the black tips. So let's get down to the bottom, work our way up from there, and gee, you know, I'm sure you can help our raggies out with some hand feeding. Yeah, we'll sit around the table with them. They'll come and sit and orbit right around us, and they're very curious, you know, and let's have some fun, see if you can help fatten them up a bit.
Okay.
Armed with nothing more than a tuna head, we immediately had an audience. And if the tiger sharks weren't hungry, everyone else was. Things were now looking up for my first experience of hand-feeding a wild shark. But despite their fearsome teeth and ferocious look, the raggies proved to be even more docile. Doesn't seem to matter what we did, even they weren't interested. But this potato bass, or grouper, decided he was going to try and steal the show and the tuna head, which he did from within my grasp. Well, that's not what we had in mind, but that's what wildlife filming is about. Sharks, ferocious predators, opportunists, scavengers of the sea. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Couple of shark teeth. Unbelievable. What a gorgeous dive. A lot of braggies. A lot. And unfortunately, a grouper stole the fish head. I had it out right in front of the shark, just about to take it, and this big old grouper came by. Whoop, scared the hell out of me.
Mark, that was awesome, man.
Oh, great.
Did you see that grouper? You see him steal the head? Is that
I
a
was
grouper?
worried
Was
about
that
your hands.
Was that a grouper?
Yeah.
He almost got my hand. Has that thing got teeth?
Yeah, they're really small, but about 300 of them facing backwards. They'll just take all the skin off your hand.
Ah!
We're
It
more
scared
worried
the
about that than a shark bite.
It was this close. I mean, I got 10 fingers. Yeah! Because he came by and he went, boom, and I went, wow! You know, and then,
But you were so focused on the shark, you know. You didn't,
but you know, you're right. I mean, you've educated me so much on sharks while I've been here because 3 different species, totally different. So I'm beginning to ask, who's the real predator here? Them or us? I think it's time we start looking at the truth of what we are doing to them. I've traveled to South Africa to meet with shark expert Mark Addison to dive for the first time with tiger sharks, the second most feared predator in the ocean next to the great white. So far, things haven't turned out the way I expected, though. The sharks seem just as fearful of me as I of them. I came here being all too aware of many people's views of sharks as indiscriminate killers. But it's now time that we face up to the truth of what we are doing to them. Sharks of all types are now being slaughtered all over the world on an industrial scale. Large or small, they're being killed for their meat, their liver, their oil, and their fins. Every year, about 100 million sharks are disappearing from our oceans. So much so that their long-term survival can no longer be guaranteed. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years and are an evolutionary success story. Yet now, they are one of the most endangered species on the planet. As divers, we live for fleeting glimpses of these magnificent creatures. There are few comparable highs for a diver than that of an approaching shark silhouette. And as these special encounters are becoming much more rare, the barbaric market for shark meat and shark fins for shark fin soup in the Far East is growing. Shark fins have become one of the world's most precious exports and can reach prices of $500 a kilo. And because the world at large still views sharks as vicious killers, their loss doesn't evoke much sympathy. Sharks are the top predators of the ocean and help control the delicate environmental balance of life in the seas. Sharks actually keep other marine animal populations in check. Without them, the food chain as we know it collapses, and the consequences can't be predicted. But we do know that when they are removed, it affects the whole balance of other species' survival. Since all life on this planet began in the ocean, the shark has shaped the evolution of nearly all other living things. They keep the oceans in balance and are an essential part of the ecosystem. Without sharks, humankind will most certainly be affected, and their loss is bound to create an ecological disaster. The ocean is the life support system of the planet, and nearly 80% of all life on Earth exists here, underwater. Today, 90% of the ocean's big fish have gone, and our fisheries around the world are chasing the last 10%. It's absolute madness. Not only are sharks dying from overfishing, but in shark nets designed to supposedly protect beach users from them. And as sharks and other marine life try to swim through them, they become entangled and drown. It is estimated the shark population has already declined 80%, and many species are already on the endangered list. With sharks taking an average of 7 years to mature and producing few pups, they simply can't reproduce fast enough to replenish the dwindling numbers. Many shark populations are already extinct, and in our own children's lifetime, they may be gone altogether. And with this senseless slaughter, the very future health of our oceans is at risk. This is exactly why I'm down here, to bring awareness to the fact that these sharks are docile, they're beautiful animals. They're beautiful animals, and we have a responsibility to teach our children. Look at these kids, look at how much they love these guys. This is what this show's about. Well, I gotta go down to the beach now because someone just caught another one, and we gotta bring it back. These are going to an aquarium where they're gonna save their lives and raise them and then release them to the wild. This guy's amazing, and his daughter, an expert already. Here in Ella Shoal in Durban, Mark Addison's 6-year-old daughter, Ella, is already a convert to the cause, and it's great to see. These small dusky sharks have been caught by local fishermen and then rescued for release. Ella and her friends help Mark keep these young pups alive until they can be safely put back into the sea. This scene fills me with hope and inspiration. But unless we can all start to see sharks in a different light, these pups and others like them have no future. When I arrived in South Africa, I didn't quite know what to expect. The experience of diving with Mark and the tiger sharks, or rather his girls, as he calls them, is an unforgettable one. Words alone cannot describe what it's like to swim with these awesome creatures. You have to try it yourself and be with them to begin to understand them. If I can do it, so can you. Like all wild animals, they're unpredictable. But we must give sharks the respect they deserve. And instead of demonizing them, we should celebrate their very existence and learn to live with them. The senseless slaughter must stop now. It's time to start supporting Mark and others like him. And be you old or young, do what you can and help spread the word to secure a future for the shark and for our oceans.
It's David Hasselhoff, and here we are at Ella Shoals, just south of Durban. I just finished 3 days of the most incredible diving in my life for a show called The Underwater Channel. It's going to be coming out in a couple of months on the internet. and it's bringing awareness to saving sharks. Over 100 million sharks are slaughtered every year for shark fin soup. We just dove with about 4 to 5 species of sharks. Tiger sharks, the second most feared predator of the sea, and I got up close and personal with these guys. Unbelievable. Some of them 10 feet, even bigger, and maybe 150 black tips, reggies, and a lot of sea life. You're invited. Stay tuned, and this might make you think a lot differently about sharks. We also, with these guys over here, yesterday they baited about 7 little baby sharks, and they were going to kill them. And we rescued them, and we turned them into the aquarium where they will rehabilitate the sharks, grow them up to be teenagers, and then release them to the sea. I'm working with the world's greatest shark expert. He's like like Steve Irwin was to Australian crocodiles. Mark Addison is the shark man. He is passionate about them, and he really believes in this. And he's a great, good family man, and I'm having a ball. Stay tuned.